out of here, yo. Second, I gotta get into the way I don't like to have the comments on the screen, so I have to look down at my phone. I'm back. Nice. I have to get into my comments, so that's why sometimes it takes me a while or a little bit to respond back to you guys. Got to actually look down and see what's being said. The first. Okay. Let's see who we're matching up against here. Miami. Not Miami. Probably gonna be what, Tampa Bay? Kind of figure it. If he wants to use Miami, I'll match up with him. Let me see. Or Cincinnati. Hopefully this doesn't mess up, because this joint is like looking like it's about to be acting weird. I like the Clippers. Right, for sure. Yeah, the Clippers have always had a team like that. I agree. Yeah, the Clippers are a team that I've always followed and liked as well. I'm trying to think who, like around like when Blake Griffin came. Like always, like it was unfortunate his first year he got hurt, and you know that was like their first round draft pick. But you always liked the Clippers. The Clippers always were a team that that I can say that I liked. They were never like my favorite team or anything, but I did. It was a team that I can always get on. Like I can get always you know, enjoy and watch when they won. Like at that time back then, Oklahoma City was one of my favorite teams because I liked the way that they built their team through the draft. Like it wasn't like they just linked up, and all three of those players, Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant, they all became superstars. It seemed like all of those, like you knew Kevin Durant was going to be a superstar, but like the way that Westbrook and Harden progressed, and then you had Serge Ibaka, who came in just strictly a defensive player. He was able to extend his range. Like I just liked the way that they came up together and what they became as a team. So that's one of the reasons why I really like the Oklahoma City Thunder. But after they broke up and they traded Harden, it seems like they never really were able to like get that. They were never really able to get that that spark back. Like they always try to find someone who can like replace what he did. With Kevin Martin, they tried Dion Waiters, but none of those players were James Harden. So they just never went back. And then Westbrook got hurt that one year. Kevin Durant got hurt. So between them losing between them losing Kevin Durant for that period of time, and losing Westbrook, and everything that happened with James Harden and them not wanting to pay him, it kind of just made them a team that could make a deep run in the playoffs, but they just didn't have any more offensive firepower for them to really make a run. So that's a very unfortunate situation for that. Right, yeah. So even in that situation, it's kind of unfortunate they weren't able to make that work. CP3 and Blake Griffin. I always wanted them to be able to, make that situation work. It just seems like that was another team that was just derailed by injuries, but they had such a talented roster. They had with JJ Redick, they had DeAndre Jordan, what's his name? Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford. Like, they just had so many talented players on that team. They just could never just stay healthy throughout the playoffs. Like, I feel like if they were able to stay healthy, they would have definitely made a run for sure.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Pat Bev, yep. Little DJ5. I could play a little DJ5 after this game if you want to play.
From midfield now, Burrow flushed out right, and he'll throw this one away. But I don't think
if we're not friends on PSN, add me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe for sure. Definitely put out Madden content, 2K when that drops. Like, I'll be having content all year. This is my first year back in a while. Wow. Yo, I'm not. After this game, I got you.
Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Yeah.
And it'll be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, your first drive of the first.
Yeah, whoever you guys pick, I usually match up with them.
Big time deflation on that play.
Obviously, I would like to use my Bills every time, but if I can, it's cool.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty.
So what I'm wondering is, like, when I see like sets like these that obviously aren't defense against, they aren't defense against like spread sets. I wonder if are these like the new defenses that people are running, when it comes to like are these the defenses that people run in like online, like these are the defenses that people are posting? Because 4-6 against a okay, yeah, that's cool.
He's flinging it around really well here. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
Congratulations. Sounds like you've been balling. Nothing wrong with that at all.
This week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance.
Looks like coming out some competition playing against you for sure.
Practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Yeah, I don't really
go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there, the first down.
The hype with the defenses. I kind of just, do my own thing.
Running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Not do my own thing, but like, do things that make sense to actual football.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles, and when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He still got a little bit of juice in him. He's not tired yet.
Number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this.
Oh, get in there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And I usually just, whatever team I'm using, I usually just stick with that defense. But, you know.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
I haven't had a chance to play with every team yet to see, you know, what they're about.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they
I don't know what
send this one away.
specifically what's in their playbooks and stuff.
And here comes
I usually just play with the Bills. That's my favorite team.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's not for me to.
It's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play.
He's got him in, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score.
I should have saw that because a lot of people have been putting Jamar Chase in the slot. Even when I play on next gen, a lot of people do that. So I'm gonna make that matchup switch when I see that specific formation. But usually I don't. I should have been fine. That was just me not playing. That was just me playing as a bad user. I stepped up really too far. But I should have been able to bracket that easily.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence. Situations
like that are so unfortunate. Like drunk driving, bro. Like you're making so much money. Like you could just like have somebody come pick you up. Like when I hear about situations like that, like certain people's situations, like that one, the one with the Bills punter, like you just like messed up a huge opportunity.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
But I'm also not but then again it's like there's at the end of the day there's still kids too. Like so it's so difficult to like kind of judge them for their situations, even though because you figure there probably really hasn't been much change from them being in high school to a college player. Like they've been viewed as a star for so many years, and you know what would have changed with them just going to the NFL? They just have more money now, and you know they never really had to grow up because they've always been stars, as they've been sports stars their whole lives. So that's why those situations are kind of hard to comment on as well, because being somebody who's not the person in the situation, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, like, well, I would have just, but then you have to think like, well, if you were whatever age you are, we'll say like 20, 23, 24, you pretty much have like everything in front of you, like, would you have made a different decision? XC Dub, what's going on?
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Yeah, I honestly thought Henry Ruggs was gonna have a better career than, I'm trying to think. It was him and another receiver. I can't remember what draft class he was in, but I thought he was gonna be the better receiver out of that draft class. Was he in Jalen Waddle's class? I think it was it Jalen Waddle's class he came out of. But I thought that he was gonna be. I thought he was gonna have like a similar player to like how Tyreek Hill was eventually. Like once he got his footing in the NFL. So you know.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think?
Yeah, such an unfortunate situation for Henry Ruggs for sure.
The same tempo and the same
Very
pace.
unfortunate.
Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain.
I'm hoping, you know, at the end of the day, even though, like, you know, that was their livelihood, hopefully he can get that under control, like his drinking and stuff like that. Because it's just, you know, for you to take somebody's life, even though, you know, that obviously wasn't his intention, you just have to be like a lot smarter about when it comes to stuff like that, about your decision making, especially when there's other options. Like he could have, you know, stuff like Ubering and, you know, but
We're not even at halftime.
what can you do? Say, what can you do?
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over.
Hey, yo, Mr. Pro Wrestling, what's going on? Oh, okay, that class. Yeah. Okay.
Take over in excellent field position.
Yeah, yeah, I had that class all messed up, actually. I thought Jerry Jeudy was going to be the best out of them, and then CeeDee Lamb would have, then Henry Ruggs would have been the one that would have, like, I didn't know, like, I was thinking, like, he could be the best out of the class, but I thought Jerry Jeudy was going to be the definite best out of the class, for sure.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For sure. So I think one of the issues with this, with the players and their stomachs and their body types is some of the sliders are backwards. So I still have to figure out who to contact about issues like that. Like there is a community manager. I just figured out who it was. So I might have to go onto the actual what's it called, the EA forums and EA help to talk to him about it. But there's like so many people who are talking about complaints and stuff, with like with Ultimate Team there's like a thing with it being down today. So when I get some time, I'm gonna figure that out and talk to him about stuff like that, because it's the same on next gen as well. It's just not as noticeable because of the way they have their body types on there. Yeah, I figured out who he was. Right, yes. I forgot, yeah, that was his class. Yeah, there was so many receivers in that class. There was a ton of receivers. I forgot Justin Jefferson was in that class too. It kind of reminded me of yeah, I'm ready. It kind of reminded me of what's the name? The class with Sammy Watkins, like that, and who else is in that class? Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham. It kind of reminded me of that class. There was so many receivers in that class too. And I know those were like some of the guys that I just like can think of off the top of my head. For sure, they do. They definitely have Aaron Jones looking like a linebacker. Yeah, it definitely has to do with the body sliders, for sure. And DJ, send invite. Let's see. I'll put it in the joint. Yes, for sure. Yup. Trans the body types is so easy. What's going on, Monty? Chilling, chilling. How you doing, man? Bruh, relax. I see your invite. Yeah, so the update was just a small one to fix something with. It seemed like it was like a stability update, from what I read. Yeah, there wasn't really a huge update. The actual update is coming. Will probably be coming next week, closer to the start of the season. So. Yeah, there is a ton of players they have to fix. A ton of them. Like they have to like they have to make not all of the linemen, they have to like fix the linemen's body types, they have to fix like a lot of the running backs' body types. Yeah, it's just a ton of body types and stuff that they have to fix. So again, unfortunate situation, but you know. I don't know who I would like to play with. 1 second, John. So yeah, I'm not really sure if it had any effect on the PS4 side of things. Me personally, I didn't really notice anything different on the PS5 side of things, but I only played a couple games. On the PS5 side of things. Yeah, and the bigger yeah. So for the bigger players who are actually bigger, they should actually look bigger. But yeah, I'm not really sure about why that same I'm not really sure why that same logic was made to the smaller players. Cause originally I thought it was because like the height and the weight of the players, that was the reason why they were like that, but they're just like randomly like that. Oh, it's for both? I didn't know that there was. I didn't know there was issues with the next gen side of things. To be completely honest with you, I had no idea. No idea there was an issue with the next gen lineman. I mean, not the next gen. I'm sorry. I didn't know that there was an issue with the. Okay. I didn't know the issue with the current gen lineman. Reset. Well. I'm trying to think how I'll be able to I feel like if I reset this is gonna shut the whole stream down. So let me see how I can do this. Maybe it'll just let me. No, it's not going to. Dang, unfortunately I'm gonna have to shut this down so I can get into this game. So I'll have this right back up though.